It's not like I can't hear you. You're right across the fucking
I know.
I'm
not sitting here sucking my own dick in the microphone. Hold on. There we go.
Let me pull up our...
I forget which button it is.
Hey, what? Who's that? What are we doing?
I'll send you this. Right?
What?
I'll put that, and then I'll go, oh, wait, where is it? There it is.
What is it? Hey, everybody. Guess what? It's Hey, Pal, what's new? We're back once again. Guess who's back? Back again. Okay.
Dummy's back. Tell your friend. That's me.
That's you? Okay. Well, hey, I was trying to think of a really cool thing where I was, before it was put on your socks and grab your cocks, but I just couldn't think of it. So we're kind of flying back. We're in actually another different location, kind of. We're in the GBR studios, but we're actually indoors, not outside.
Well, now that you got a nice remodel job.
Yeah. The new apartment's looking great. Everything's all set up. It's a little barren, but we're going to get some decor in here soon. We were going to do outside, but you think at night with the bug zappers and all that stuff is loud? Try being in Mayapack during the day. It's just ridiculous. It's like... So we decided just to stay inside and get the nice acoustics of my new apartment, which is... it's looking pretty good.
Oh, mama. No, I'm not going to start doing that again.
Come on. Let's do some harmonies. Ready?
There's a lot of
oh, mama, I'm But it's been a while, but we're back. We had personal stuff to go with. This one's still coughing from the COVID. I'm
Rona.
Yeah, I've been busy with gigs and family stuff and all that. We just couldn't get it together, so we figured, hey, screw it. We're back now, though, and we're back on track.
Should I cover the mug in the stream so people don't see it says Starbucks? I mean, they're not an official sponsor.
Trust me, you're not drinking Starbucks. I don't roll that deep in this place. But it is tasty coffee from Acme, so, they're not one of our sponsors. But anyway, we do have a sponsor, actually, for this episode.
What?
That's right. All you fuckers that were supposed to take those free ads, some of you didn't do it. Too bad. Now you're going to have to pay. But this was one of the last ones that we have, which still, get in touch with us at heypalwhatsnew@gmail.com. If you want to be a sponsor, we'll set up some pages and stuff like that soon this week about how you can be a free live read sponsor. But this episode is brought to you by the band called Red Letter Day. Red Letter Day. They're a band based out of Gainesville, Florida. Little bit of a connection there. If anybody knows my old college roommate, my brother from another mother, Flash. Y'all remember Flash? Flash, my boy, he's down in Florida, and his sister has kids, and their kids, her son is in this band Red Letter Day. They just released some new music, which I put on the Hey Pal What's New playlist on Spotify. So if you get a chance to, like and share and subscribe to the playlist that we have on there. We added their new song that's on here, which is called Dying to Stay. Great stuff. It's like kind of that modern rock stuff like we were talking about at Mammoth and that kind of, just, good old-fashioned rock and roll, catchy stuff. Sarah sent it over to me a couple days ago, and I said, hey, let's talk about your son's band on the podcast. And I liked what I heard. So, we tend not to take sponsors of stuff we don't really give a shit about. So
that's right.
There's a good personal connection with those guys. I love the Gordon family. They're great. And, this music is cool. So I said, hey, why not? So check out Red Letter Day. I will, we'll put the description maybe in the podcast feed, but you can also check out our playlist, which Our buddy Daryl actually added a few songs on there.
Oh, and I didn't need to go deep guessing on which one's Daryl.
Yeah, he likes that. Three guys and one guy plays an accordion and the other guy plays his nutsack on a washboard. No, it's
singing in 3-part harmony.
Yes, exactly. No, I always take Daryl's recommendations on stuff. And,
I was looking for recommendations for my running playlist at one point, and he gave me like 3 really good songs. I was like, oh, those are good.
Yeah, he put some good stuff on there. So if you have a chance to check out the Spotify music playlist, that like any band that we talk about, we put on the playlist. Daryl added some good stuff on here. We got some stuff here from Trouble. It looks like Houndmouth. A World Is a Beautiful Place.
It is.
We'll have to check that stuff out. But get a chance to Cloud Nothing's Bartley's Strange Action Adventure.
Oh, did I just jump past the end of the list?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking at it now and get a chance to go on there and check out some of those songs that we have on there. Like I said, we do have every song that we mentioned on the podcast is going to be on there. So let's start off with the way we usually do and talk to my hetero life mate over there, John.
That's me.
And tell me, what's new with you?
I'm over to COVID. That's
good.
new.
Yeah. Well, how'd that go? Everything's you said you're not 100% yet.
Oh God, not even close.
No, you still got some lingering side effects.
Linger.
They do say if you have a boner for more than 4 hours, you should consult a doctor.
Well, I need to get me a proctologist because this shit's a pain in the ass.
Yeah. So you've been saying you've just been really tired and
tired. Like today, I was in bed at first, like Monday, Tuesday, but like a whole week at work, and all of a sudden I'm like, today I was like, I just want to sit down, lay down on the floor. I just have no energy to like stand up and after a while of standing, it's like I literally feel like my legs are like shaking, shaking to the point of like, sit your ass down. I don't know
either, but I mean, it's good that you're starting to feel somewhat better. But there are, like we were talking about before, with this whole big casino thing. Oh, what's that?
Oh, I think that was someone wanting to talk to me about the extended warranty on my car, probably.
Oh, you better take that. You better take that call. That's
my phone
important.
On vibrate.
You better, before
put it on vibrate and just leave it in my lap.
Before they
call
close
back,
your.
Please.
Please call back about your extended warranty.
Hold on, let me turn off my voicemail so it just keeps on ringing.
I set it up. My phone now, I set it up where if you're not programmed in my phone, it goes straight to voicemail. I can't. My phone rings all day long with stupid shit. So even though I do love my ringtone, which is the Sanford and Son theme, it's just, I can't. So still getting over the COVID stuff. Did you happen to check out anything new while you were holed up in the Casper Creek compound?
Since last time, yes, there is a new show that, oh, God. I don't know if I should lead off with the brand new show I watched.
Okay.
I'll lead off with that. It's a car wreck of a show, but I can't look away.
Okay.
I believe it's like on NBC or one of those fucking things. It's
Bachelor in Paradise. No.
No. It's called La Brea.
Oh, like the tar pits?
Exactly. A giant fucking sinkhole opens up at the La Brea tar pits. All these people fall down and all this shit falls down. It was like, oh my God, they're dead. But no.
Whoa.
They fall into a portal inside the hole and go back like a million years in fucking time to California at the La Brea tar pits area in Hollywood.
Okay. So they all fall into a sinkhole and they go to like another dimension or something like that?
They go back in time.
Oh, I didn't know tar pits or sinkholes could do that.
I didn't either, but apparently they can. And dude, like I love my sci-fi shows. It's very reminiscent. There was a show. Oh, what the fuck? I had it the other day. There was this show that was on TV that was on like NBC, and it had that guy. Shit. Oh my God. COVID brain. I'm blaming COVID brain for everything.
All right, you can blame COVID.
It had the guy who was gonna play Cable in the Deadpool. Everybody's like, he should play it. He should play it. That older guy with the white beard and the white hair. He's in that horror movie they just made a sequel to. That fuck me in the ass.
Well, it's not that kind of show. Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
Anyway, But
So people falling in sinkholes.
But this show, there was a show they made that was like they created a portal that brought you back in time. Like Earth was just polluted, disgusting, and the only chance for the human race was like for everybody to kind of start a group of people to travel back in time in hopes that like they could survive. It was a very bad show, but the problem with this show is it's so badly overacted.
Well, you said it's on like what, NBC, or it's on a major network, right?
I think so. Let me
Which
look.
is the curse of death. I mean, I'm sorry. These days, like, does anybody still watch like network television dramas or programs? Like, I couldn't tell you the last time I watched something on regular TV.
It's on NBC's. All new NBC drama Tuesday nights.
Ugh.
Good boy.
Yuck.
But I mean, and like one of the people in the cast is like, she's in tons of shit. And it's like, how the fuck did like, what the hell is her name? I'm just like, first off, if you watch Chicago PD, the guy John Cito, Seda, he was like one of the cops on that show.
Okay.
He's on it. But the girl is like Natalie, is it Natalie Zia? Zea,
Okay.
Natalie Zia, Zio, Zozo, whatever the fuck her name is. She was on, oh God, holy shit! What? She was on that show Justified
Okay.
with the ever, and I don't care how hetero you identify as. You cannot tell me Timothy Olyphant is not a dream. Chubba, chubba, chubba. But she was on that show with
Hey,
him.
you know, sometimes I'll take a shot in the mouth. Who cares?
That's right.
Gay, straight, who cares?
I was listening. Someone was, not to get too sidebar, but someone was like, some guy got in the ring and boxed. It was a comedian on the thing. Boxed Mike Tyson for $7 million. Would you get in the ring and box Mike Tyson for $7 million? Like, I'd suck Mike Tyson's dick for $1 million.
I'd suck it for $100K.
Buy plenty of mouthwash to get the taste out.
Oh, you can take that right in your basket, damn it.
But it's just so. My problem is so many of those network TV shows. I think it's just the network TV shows.
They're just
and
so.
I think they're just rushing to get shit out. It's just she's not bad. Everybody else on the show is so badly overacted.
Okay. It's, you know, network TV at this point, I mean, with all the options that you have, whether it's streaming or, you know, the AMCs and stuff like that, you know, the stuff that they get away with, like, who's going to watch this bland, just,
vanilla,
you know, certain things. Okay, like, you know, like we always say, back in the day, you know, back then, you know, when you had The Office and the Friends and you know, stuff like that, you know, it was tolerable. Nowadays, it's like, especially a drama, it's like if I hear it's on a major network, I won't watch it. I just won't. I won't even give it a chance because I'm just like, it's going to be watered down, bland network bullshit.
and overproduced by like higher executives at the place that don't know shit and are like, you should put a girl with one leg in it. That'd be cool. That'd be a great plot line. We can appeal to the amputee crowd with that one.
Oh yeah, it's just so
and
PC
to the point,
and ugh.
in the show, she's got a daughter with one leg, and the whole premise, fucking spoilers. I watched the first episode and I told Kate, I was like, it is so bad. She goes, yeah, and I was like, it was really bad. I was
Spoil
like,
away.
I will watch again. I will watch more of it just to see, but I don't even think it'll make. It's going to be one of these shows. Mark my words. You heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. Heard it here first. Breaking news. This is going to be one of those shows they play like, get like maybe 4 episodes in, and they've probably got like 10 episodes in the can, and they'll just go 4 episodes in, and then they'll take a little bit of a break, and then they'll come back and maybe do 2 more episodes, and then just dump the last 6 episodes in one shot at you.
Yeah.
Watch them here live online. Watch them here online for free. That's what they will do.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, there is a lot of different, there's a lot of competition. And to be honest, there's, you look at stuff like the Netflixes and the Disney Plus and stuff. These guys are putting millions of dollars into these episodes on IP that, everybody knows. So to start something new on a network show, it's going to be tough, and it's just, I can't, I
don't know how long that's going to last, though. I mean, how long can the Netflixes and shit afford to like dump that kind of money? Because at some point,
Well, especially
how are they making money off of that, other than subscriptions? But that can only sustain them for so long when they're spending, like you said, multi-millions of dollars on these, and how many people are subscribed. I just, from a financial standpoint, I baffled at how they do it.
Yeah, at this point, I think it's more of, there was some articles that I was reading or listening to on other podcasts about how long they can sustain this type of stuff. Like, a Disney can throw $200 million at a television show because they're getting all the revenue from movies and all that other stuff. But look what happened with ScarJo with the Black Widow stuff.
Yep.
She was promised, and everybody just says, oh, she's rich, who cares? And it's like, well, no. I mean, she got, from what I understand, she got paid $20 million for that movie, which is, the going standard for like an A-list celebrity bullshit, especially if it's her own movie. And part of that is they make back end on movie revenue. So when you put it on a platform that is, subscription only, and I'm sorry, Disney, but fuck you, I'm not paying $30 to watch Black Widow. Now it's on, and now it's on Disney Plus, and I don't have to pay extra for it. So now I'll watch it. It's not that, like, so she didn't see any of that back end revenue. Whereas like Shang-Chi, if they would have waited a couple of months, but like at that point too, I still haven't seen Black Widow. I do want to watch it.
It's so good.
I heard it's good, but at the same point, it's like, does it? I don't know if we mentioned it on other episodes, but like, is it a show or is it a movie that's going to follow? It's more of a prequel, isn't it?
It is and it isn't. It's in between Civil War.
Yeah,
when she's like hiding out, but like, it fits in there real nice, and then it wraps up at the end to tie into the end of what we all know after Nat has died.
Yeah. So, and that's,
spoiler. If you don't know that Black Widow dies at the end of Endgame there.
Yeah. I mean, so that's the thing. It's just like, if it's not going to invest me in the furthering the story of the MCU.
I think it will, though, because her sister in that is going to go on in a role.
Gotcha.
In it. And I think she does. I'm trying to remember. I think she becomes
I know they
one
were
of the
pushing
Young Avengers.
Yeah, I think they were pushing the sister pretty hard on that. Which, like I said, I will watch it this weekend and give it a review. But yeah, as far as like, these companies dumping all these millions of dollars into these TV shows, like, don't get me wrong, I'm all about watching them because they're phenomenal. But I think what you're going to probably see down the line is budgets going way down.
Yeah, and as
which
you
is fine.
Have all these movies coming off of, Netflix, because agreements are up and Disney has their own platform. So why would Disney go, well, here, Netflix, you can license our videos and show them on your channel? No, they're like, no, we have them over here. If people want to watch them, they got to come to us.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, there's so many different streaming ones to pay for. It's like, and they all have exclusive content. So, at this point, it's just like, how many of these things do you need?
I think at some point, Netflix's movie library is going to be the equivalent of going to your public library to rent a movie.
Yeah.
It's like the shitty movies that nobody watches that are always in at the video store, but you can get them for free at the public library, and it's not even like good first-run blockbuster shit. It's like, ugh.
Yeah, and not for nothing, like, you still could make a good, even the superhero movies and stuff on a $50 million budget. You don't have to have these ridiculous numbers.
I think Logan proved that.
Logan, look at the first Terminator movie.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of dated a little bit, but that was a low-budget horror sci-fi movie. And, they've been trying to chase that freaking dragon ever since, and every sequel after it has been a turd. So it's like, go back to the $50 million version of it. Make it, more practical effects. I love CGI and computer, but like at this point, I'd rather watch something with more practical effects than something where it's a CGI, like I'm watching a video game. Like, perfect example. Have you seen the new Venom movie yet?
I have.
What did you think of it? I have not seen it yet. I haven't even seen the first Venom yet. I'm hoping to do a double feature because my girl says that
it's so funny you brought it up because I while we're sitting here talking, I added that to my list of things to talk about, and it was okay. There were certain parts of the storyline that I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And it's like, why does Venom need to get up in a nightclub and go, we all need to get along? We all need to accept each other. Like, not why?
Well, it's kind of like what we were talking about with the network shows. They made Venom PG-13. Like, I'm sorry. Like, like, okay, well, we want to appeal to kids, stuff like that. Venom is like a Deadpool or a Logan.
Yep.
It needs to be R. Like, there's a lot of, let there be carnage. From what I understand, there was no carnage in it.
Well, and it was fucking, dude, I swear to God, hand to God, it was like beat for beat which Tobey Maguire Spider-Man was it, where he lost his powers and then like, oh God.
Was it 2 or 3?
2 or 3. Whichever one is the one where like he gets all, blocked and has no powers and has like that internal conflict, everything. It was fucking beat for beat, that movie again.
Really?
Oh God, it was. It's like he's got his, he's this, that, the other thing. Then he starts he loses his powers, and in the movie, like him and Venom split, and then when the big baddie comes and challenges them, they have to threatens his girlfriend, the girl he loved. Now they gotta like, oh my God, we gotta get back together. I gotta get my powers back. That's the catalyst that gives me my powers back. That's what brings Venom in. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Can we come up with an original? And that's why, like you said, you don't need a $200 million budget to have a good superhero movie. Mm-hmm. The best thing about Logan, in my opinion, was it was a great, engaging storyline.
Yep.
And well written and well acted.
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to start seeing more of that because, superhero fatigue. I mean, I'm in the bag for this shit, so I watch it all day long.
They got my money.
Yeah, exactly. So, but at the same time, it's like you're getting to a point where, Venom is a great character, like, but it's not represented properly. And,
right.
If I'm going to go spend $20 to go see a movie and sit in a theater, and I don't want to watch a video game of these two guys swirling around all day long.
Yep.
And if you're going to give me that, then give me the real Venom and the real Carnage, where like stuff is,
bloody
gore mess.
Crazed.
Like one of my favorite comic book movies is Kick-Ass.
Oh, it's so good.
And it's not a $200 million spectacle. It's even a title that not too many people know.
No.
But both movies were great. So, I think you're going to start seeing a lot more of that. Hopefully. I mean, I do love the big tent pole, I'm down for the Eternals. I'm down for
30.
30?
30 million was the budget on Kick-Ass.
Yeah. And how much did it gross? Probably
Holy
like
shit.
like 200 million, right?
The box office gross was 96 million.
Yeah, see? And that's probably domestic, right? Who knows for international. So, I think you're going to start seeing a lot more of that, especially on the streaming services. Like, the streaming services don't need to spend that much. Now, Disney can because they're fucking Disney, right? They got the IP.
I wish I
They
was
could do all that
Disney.
stuff. I'm in the bag for all that crap. Give me more, right?
Yep.
But as far as if you want to keep this audience, go back to like even Netflix when they did the Daredevil, that series was amazing. Luke Cage, all that stuff. That wasn't crazy expensive.
That's the guy that's in Kin, Daredevil.
Oh, Charlie Cox or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to your point, in the early days, like as Marvel was at its height, I was the guy that was like, oh, the first show is like Thursday night at 7:00.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying my tickets in advance. I'm going to the good theater. And now, like with Venom, it was like it wasn't until like the Tuesday after it opened that I was like, hey, let's go on budget night.
Yeah.
Me, Manny, and Xander went. It was like, let's go on Tuesday. It's a new run movie, so instead of $2 movies at Regal, it's like $5.95 a ticket for that movie on a Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean,
an evening movie.
That's a movie where, like, when it eventually comes out on one of the streaming sites, I'll sit in my chair that I'm in now, hand down the pants, watching TV on my big screen TV. Like,
doing
that's
your
all
best
I
Al
need.
Bundy impersonation.
Yes, exactly.
No, give me a beer.
Shut up, you. Oh, no, that's Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, we're doing it all. Ralph Cramden, Archie Bunker, Al Bundy. They're all the same person.
They're all my spirit animal. I love them. But yeah, so I didn't really. The only movie I did watch, which we will talk about this while we're on our little hiatus, was I did watch The Many Saints of Newark. Which it's
I've
getting
heard
mixed. It's mixed. Let me tell you though, it was good. I personally enjoyed it. Was it? I think the problem that people had with it was people were expecting it to be the young Tony Soprano story, and it's not. It's about Dickie Moltisanti. It's about Christopher's father, how he rose up, and little Tony is in the background kind of thing, and he's in there. And was it as good as I? You know what I think it was, John? I was so hyped for this movie. I saw the trailers. I'm like, I am in. Love The Sopranos. I stayed home Friday night. Me and my mother were hanging out. We got some pizza. We were like, hey, I got
whoa.
I got my wife beater on. Hey,
a little culturally insensitive there.
Yeah,
Your
whatever.
wife beat it. You got a white guinea tea. You got the pizza. You're watching Sopranos.
That's right. I had to get into my element, so I was all excited. I haven't been this excited in a movie in a while, right?
Wow.
So I get there, I watch it, and I'm like, first of all, one point is that it kept buffering because everybody and their brother was trying to watch it, I guess, at that Friday night.
Hashtag why I pirate.
Yeah, exactly. So there was that issue. But let me tell you, I enjoyed it. If you kind of was it overhyped? Yes, absolutely. Was it one of the best things in the world? Was it up there with a Goodfellas Casino? Absolutely not. But
Goodfellas, good movie. Kate, you should watch that.
She hasn't seen Goodfellas.
It's the running joke in the house.
Oh,
She's seen it. She's seen it multiple times, but it's just the running joke because it was always like, have you ever seen Goodfellas? Oh, it's such a good movie. You should watch it. And then she watched it, but then I was like, it's a good movie, Goodfellas. It was just, we always go back to that. Even the kids now bust their balls about it. Manny all the time is like, she'd be like, I want to see this movie. He's like, it's a good movie that you should see, Mom. She's like, what? She always falls for it. He's like, Goodfellas. She's like, shut the fuck up.
But yeah, it I will say some of the characters in it, they kind of did like a caricature of it. Like it was like, Silvio, he was good, but it was like a little too on the nose. Like they did Paulie Walnuts was way better, all the other characters, they show up, as young people. Was it necessary? No, but look, hey man, I'll take any kind of
Fan
Sopranos
service.
The way I could do it. And because it was on HBO Max and I didn't have to go to the theater for it, I was like, okay, I'll invest in this. So I think definitely, would I watch it? Would I recommend it? Yes. If you're a Sopranos fan and you're into that, watch it. It's quick. It's 2 hours. It's entertaining. It's obviously not as good as some of the major mob movies. There'll never be a Goodfellas or a Casino or even a Godfather. But I'll put it up there with Donnie Brasco.
Okay,
up there. In that kind of, if you're into mob movies and stuff. You could do worse.
Well, thank God it wasn't Irishman bad.
No, or Gotti bad.
I had such high expectations for that Irishman movie. I don't even think I made it halfway through it.
Well, first of all, it was 3 hours. Second of all, the de-aging stuff was like, come on. You could recast. I know it's De Niro and Pacino and all these people, but...
Well, that's the thing about Venom. They had the person playing Woody Harrelson.
Oh, yeah.
And his character...
Cletus something or other?
Yeah, Cletus. And they showed him as younger, and it was they didn't DH, they had a different actor. And it took me out of it a little bit because you could tell, but what they did was they dubbed Woody Harrelson's voice.
Ah.
So they had him saying lines, and I'm guessing the actor, and I'll have to look online and see if there's any reports of it, but the actor who played young Cletus, did the part, but then they went back and Woody Harrelson dubbed the lines and they put that audio in, but you can always tell.
Yeah, I don't understand, there is that whole thing with the deep fakes now and the de-aging and stuff. I think we're intelligent enough, or at least I think we're intelligent enough where, if you recast a younger version of it, it's going to be okay. I'm not going to watch Venom and go, that's not Woody Harrelson. That's
he
not
doesn't
the
even
one
look
I'm going to
like
watch.
him.
Even, I'll hashtag hot take, right? Mandalorian, season 2, the finale. Spoilers, I guess, if you haven't seen it, which, God damn it, how could you have not seen it? Young Luke, right?
Yep.
the de-aging wasn't great.
Was it de-aging or was it total CGI?
They went back. Well, they did do de-aging, a little bit of deep fake. But look, I understand that it's Mark Hamill, right? He's Luke Skywalker, and it was cool to see, but it was just so. We all know Mark Hamill does not look like that, and it's okay. You're allowed to age, you know. Maybe if it's a quick clip, like Marvel does it great with. They did it with Ant-Man, and even to an extent
Samuel Jackson in.
In Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel.
That was like, you know, it's a little like, look, if you're gonna do a flashback of a younger person, like, just recast it. Like, I get it.
Get a lookalike.
Get a lookalike. Look, perfect example. Everybody talks about it. Sebastian Stan.
Yep.
Would be a perfect Luke Skywalker.
Sure.
He looks just fucking like him. Have you seen that picture of Millie Bobby Brown next to Carrie Fisher?
No.
As young Leia? They're fucking identical. So just recast. Recast if you have to. Sure, you're going to get people going like, well, you know, like we all saw what happened with Solo, but, you know, it's not a bad movie. I would rather them do that than fucking D.H. Harrison Ford, you know?
Whoa, wait. You're telling me this picture I'm looking at right here, on the left, one of
those is Millie Bobby Brown.
I'm guessing I can't even fucking tell.
Yeah. Post that on the
holy shit,
the Facebook thing, and do Sebastian Stan Luke Skywalker, or Sebastian Stan Mark Hamill.
And you know what too? We're going down a fucking rabbit hole here. Sebastian Stan. Oh my god, it was the second one, but when they made the Han Solo movie,
yeah.
There was a guy who everybody was raving about because he fucking looked like young Harrison Ford and sounded like young Harrison Ford.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And everybody's like, that's the guy who should be it. And a guy did a YouTube video, and everybody's like, he should totally be the young Han Solo because he looks like a fucking young Han Solo. Mm-hmm. And they grabbed somebody else who doesn't look like Harrison Ford.
Yeah, and he just didn't, I have my gripes about Solo. I mean, it wasn't bad, but you look at, what's his face?
Wait, are you telling me this fucking picture, one of those two, is Sebastian Stan?
Yeah.
No fucking way. I'm gonna go with the guy on the right.
I can't.
I feel like that's a deep fake though. That like
it could be a deep fake. There is one picture.
There's that picture. That For those of you watching on video, it's like that's the picture of like just Sebastian Stan and then Mark Hamill.
You can see the
as
similarities.
Luke Skywalker. You can see the similarities. It's passable.
Yeah, there is one picture I saw that they did like a fake Mandalorian poster of Sebastian Stan dressed as Luke Skywalker with the black outfit and stuff.
Right.
Fucking, I'll be like, I'll buy that ticket all day long. He's great.
And you know what? Give me a job, Disney. That would be a great thing like Marvel does with like, we're doing like the Hawkeye adventures. The adventures of Luke Skywalker where like these are some of the things that happen like between the movies or whatever that tell you stories of things that Luke Skywalker did that's not in any books. It's not part of like everything everybody knows, and it's not impactful of the overall story.
Yeah.
It's like, he's hanging out training with Yoda. Well, one day he went off into town and did this, and this, and
Yeah, I mean, I understand that people are going to look at those properties and go, well, that's not Mark Hamill. That's not my Luke Skywalker. And it's like, yeah, but you can't go back in time. Like, it's fine if you're doing something where, like we said, with Ant-Man or even in Rogue One, right? They had like 2-second shot of a young Princess Leia. That was deep fake. That's fine. If it's going to be like, or even the other guy that was... the guy who Peter Cushing, Peter Cushing. Is it Peter Cushing? I have no idea.
The big baddie,
one of the big
general.
Baddies. Yeah, the general. That's fine, but come on, just redo that. So it was. I know we went on a big deep fake rabbit hole, but at the same time, one of my picks for movie wise was Many Saints in Newark. If you're into that stuff, it's not a bad watch. Would I go out in the theater and pay $20 for it? No. Watch it on HBO Max. It's a good. People shit on it, I think they did a good job. It was interesting to see if it how. I mean, obviously, spoiler alert. I mean, we all know that Christopher's father ate it, right? And it's the story about him, but how he eats it is interesting. Like I was like, oh, I never even thought of that. So
That's what's. I think we had this conversation once before. That's what's always bothered me about certain shows like Gotham.
yeah,
I liked Gotham, but I couldn't ever really get into it because I know, well, it's fucking Bruce Wayne. He's gonna grow up to be Batman. He's never in any real danger of dying.
yeah. Let's have a show about all the young Gotham villains, but with no Batman.
Now I hear, and I can't wait to see that the new Batman movie with Twilight Sparkle
Yeah,
is less. It's more detective story,
yeah,
and like his Batmobile is something that he fucking just made from a car, and
Yeah.
not this fucking jet powered fucking crazy thing. It's more to the true, not true, but like more grounded in he's just a regular guy fighting crime, solving crime,
Yeah,
that kind of shit, and not like.
yeah. To me, it reminds me of like Seven if Brad Pitt put on a Batman outfit.
Yep.
It's that dark, gritty, detective comic kind of style. And I'm sure that movie didn't cost an arm and a leg.
What, Seven?
No, Seven or even this new Batman. It doesn't look like.
I think a lot of the money in the new Batman is the money they're paying the fucking A-list actors.
Yeah, but you really don't have to. I don't know. I mean, I'm all psyched. I'm a Batman freak, so I'm all about it.
If
and I
it's
think
Batman, they got my money.
Yeah, and I think Robert Pattinson's going to do a good job. He has done other stuff besides
100 million. Which sounds, I mean, I don't got 100 million, do you?
No.
But with these big comic book blockbusters, that's not a lot of money. And I guarantee you at least like probably half of that is the salary of the actors and not.
They're going to make that back first week.
Yep. And not like, oh, we spent $50 million just on the special effects of the Batmobile itself. Because they literally took a fucking car and did a
rocket
fucking
on the back.
They pimped my ride. They did a fucking pimp my ride. They took a regular car and pimped it up and made it like super sported. Mm-hmm. And they're not trying to pretend like it's like a special car. It's like they just took a regular fucking car and pimped it up to be the Batmobile. And that's what they have him. From what I'm understanding, from everything I've read, that's the in the movie. That's what it is. Like Bruce Wayne took a sports car he had and repainted it and pimped it up and did his thing with it. And it's not like he had a specially manufactured by Wayne Enterprise with a jetpack on the back and a tank inside of it. And then all of a sudden it turns into a sideways driving motorcycle.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm all for that. Anybody who is a comic book reader about Batman Year One, that's kind of what they're going with. It seems
I can't
like.
wait.
I can't wait for it either.
I can't stand up right now because I got a chubby and I don't want to show it to everybody.
Well, show it off there, buddy.
It's a bat chubby.
Yeah, that's on the Hey Pal, What's New OnlyFans, which will be available soon.
Oh no! OnlyFans is doing away with their pornographic content.
No,
they
not.
never will.
Stop it.
They got to make their money.
They'll put ads on it. They'll
That's
take
right.
a cut. Who cares? Look, hot take. If you want to show your pussy on a fucking website and charge money for it, God bless.
If you wanted to show your pussy on a website and charge money for it, I'll pirate that shit.
Yeah. Got any special discounts?
SexyEgirls.com, baby.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor.
Yeah, but can we stop definitely with these girls with their OnlyFans? I mean, stop. Just stop. I'm all about showing your shit off, but please, come on. You're going to pay fucking $10.
Look, I just thank God, we've said this before too, that there's no evidence of half the shit we did when we were that age.
Thank the Lord.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Well, got to be careful these days. But anyway, so, yeah, many states that they were with La Brea. That sounds delicious.
Well, in that overacted, horrible network drama. So there's 2 episodes of La Brea out, and I watched the second one, and it was just as bad as the first one. I find the fucking plot holes and everything. Oh, he fell off a cliff. He's like, my back. And then, like, all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's like, they're carrying him back to their campsite. But.
Boo.
Ba, 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 ba. No. Who are you? Fucking CSI Las Vegas.
What? Oh,
so CSI, the original CSI.
Okay.
And then they did all the fucking spin-offs that crashed and burned.
So they have a new one?
They have a new one that's back in Vegas and brings back some of the original people from the original show, but a whole new cast. So, did you ever watch CSI?
I've caught, I love the CSI Miami where it's just like,
cow.
Yeah, it's just like, looks like he got into a weird predicament.
Yeah. The guy who gets killed on the golf course and look like he putted a little too long.
But kick into the ring.
So the big like star guy from the original one, Gil Grissom, right? The first episode doesn't even have him in it, but it ends with you. Everybody knows he's in it because he's been in the commercials for this, which I didn't even know about until about a week ago.
Oh yeah,
was when I first saw the commercials. But he's in it, and he doesn't show up until the very, very, very end. It's like it ends with him going like, "Well, that's what I'm here for," kind of thing. It's like, but all the new people who weren't part of the original show are so fucking over the top with their delivery. It's like watching like something that's making fun of these shows. It's like, wait, is this like a serious show, or did the Wayans brothers make this show?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just so. I mean, I'll of course, I'll watch another couple episodes, but I feel like it's going to be another one of those shows that after 3 or 4 episodes, I'm like, I'm good. I don't need to watch any more of this.
Yeah, well, it's like we've said in the past, or it's all it's all IP, right? So you're just going to put that name in front of it. People are going to go, oh, okay, I like CSI. I'll watch that. I've never really been into that stuff. My daughter Zoe loves Criminal Minds, so I've watched that a bunch of times.
I always loved CSI.
CSI, it's all right,
I always loved Criminal Minds. My kids love Criminal Minds.
Yeah, what is it with these kids now?
So
they find these shows.
Even Criminal Minds, like they all hit that point where it's like, all right, I'm fucking done. When like the people you like start leaving, they bring new people in.
Yeah.
And again, that's Roseanne. I don't know if you watched the reboot of Roseanne.
Oh, the Connors or whatever it is?
Well, but it was Roseanne first, and then she did all that fucking wackadoodle I'm on drugs shit and making phone calls and tweeting crazy shit.
Yeah, would she blame it on Ambien?
Yeah. But then they went hardcore. They killed her on the show. They killed her off.
Well, it's like, well, that ends that.
But then they come with the Connors, and it's like, okay, look, you're just trying to capture that nostalgia of like, Full House, and it's not the same.
Yeah,
I get what you're trying to do, but it's not working.
Or if you just do it like a mini series, like Fuller House, Jodie Sweetin, it's fun for a season or a mini series.
And I will say I got to disagree with our boy Barry on something, but go ahead, Jodie Sweetin.
She was a naughty girl back in the day too.
Oh boy, was she?
Yeah, apparently they did bring the twins. But something like that. Okay, I watched Fuller House. My kids love Full House. I liked Full House back in the day too. I mean,
Me
come
too.
on, Bob motherfucking Saget.
Yeah, you'll have to find that picture of us with Bob Saget and post it.
That's right. Yeah, I used to suck dick for coke. I've seen it. Some of my favorite lines in that movie. So yeah, I mean, you could do that, and it's one season and stuff and whatever. But like when they draw it out, where it's like, I remember my kids, Fuller House are on their 5th season. I'm like, what? That show's still on? Like, all right, I got it.
Again, we're back to Netflix. That's a Netflix thing.
Yeah. Well, they start to throw money too, which we will talk about the Squid of the Game.
And really quick, because we're on that topic of rebooting old series for the nostalgic purposes.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of shows that have rebooted successfully and really done well. Like those, we're bringing back Full House and calling it Fuller House. We're bringing back Roseanne and calling it Roseanne. They usually even they did it with Will and Grace.
Yeah.
But another show that, and again, I'm going to disagree. One of our friends on Facebook was like, you're really missing out with this show. The fucking Wonder Years.
Boo.
I couldn't even get halfway through the first episode. I was like, okay, I'm sure on its own it's a good show, but it's not the Wonder Years. Let's not call it the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
Let's call it something else and just let it be what it is.
Well, yeah, it's branding. Like, hey, kids, you remember the Wonder Years? Now it's back. And you're like, okay. No, it's not.
Come see live in concert the syndicated, licensed, and franchised Kiss.
Yeah.
Trust me, if Gene Simmons could franchise the band and pay people to put the makeup on and play their songs and get approval and make money off it, I guarantee old Gene would.
Oh, they've already said. They said once Gene and Paul are done, they're just going to get 2 other people, and it's going to keep going. It's going to, they've been on the end of I think the last thing I read was they were talking about this end of the road tour that's been going on for like 4 years. It's going to end in 2023. Like, look, I'm a huge Kiss fan, right? I know you were a Kiss fan back in the day. The both of us kind of bonded on that when we were younger. And, I defended Kiss till the day is long. The non-makeup years, all that stuff. Revenge, even that album, I'm like, oh, it's good, man. It's really good. They went to put the makeup back on. I went and saw them with the original 4. Now, you couldn't fucking put a gun to my dick and say, go see Kiss. I'd be like, fuck you. Shoot my dick off. I wouldn't care. They're just 2 imposters. Paul's voice sounds like shit. Like there's certain bands where, it sucks when you see a band that you really love stay way too late for the party. Mm-hmm. Like a perfect example is Rush, right? I'm a huge Rush fan, right?
I fucking hate them.
I know. They're an acquired taste, right?
Rush and U2.
Yeah, well, U2.
2 bands that everybody fucking loves it. I can't see it.
I can't. I'll get into early U2, but, anything after, Joshua Tree, I'm kind of like, But, bands like that, like Rush, you got to give it to them. 40 years. They you could tell that musicianship-wise, they were great. Unfortunately, Neil Peart died. So that kind of put the kibosh on it. But they quit before that. You could tell Geddy's voice was getting a little shot. Like, they ended it like it didn't make a big farewell final tour. They were just like, hey, it's our 40th anniversary. We're going to tour. We probably won't do it after that, but come see us anyway. And people were like, what? What, are they retiring? And then they ended it, and that was it. They went out on a high note. Kiss, they're fucking horrible. I'm sorry. They're fucking horrible at this point. And I love Kiss. I love all their music, but I'm like, I think I told you the story about how Gene Simmons freaking blocked me on Twitter.
No. Oh, God. Hey, hashtag Jim Norton. Listen to this, Jimmy.
Oh, it was beautiful. Well, it was right around when they were in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? And I used to harass, now, like I said, I do the promote what's great, not what you hate kind of shit.
Sure.
So I don't put a lot of negativity out on social media. I really don't. But there was a time I was following Gene Simmons on Twitter, and he was constantly, promoting, Kiss, Hello Kitty dolls. I was just like, hashtag rock is dead. Like, really? Like, you're a fucking 70s rock band. You're promoting fucking Hello Kitty dolls? They were talking about the Kiss Rock and Brews. I was like, oh, you going to give Ace and Peter a piece of that? You fucking,
I went to that Kiss coffee shop down in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Did it taste like fucking Gene Simmons' nut bag or whatever?
I didn't even buy coffee from the fucking place.
Yeah. Yeah, they're promoting Rock and Brews where 2 of the guys have they kicked them out for alcohol. Like, really? So anyway, to make a long story longer, he posted something about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And I've always given them credit, for it's like, hey man, that's kind of cool, but I had posted something where he was promoting some shit or talking down to people or whatever. So I finally tweeted. I tweeted him and I said, fan for 35 years. I can't take your shit anymore, whatever. And he retweeted my tweet and he put goodbye and blocked me. I was like, oh my God, I got in touch with Gene Simmons and he told me to go fuck myself. That's great. Mission accomplished. After that, it was like during the day, right? I'm at work. Now I'm at lunch, and my phone is just blowing up. Boom, boom, boom.
Really?
Boom. It's all the people from the Kiss Army. Fuck you. You're not a real fan. And, they don't want you anyway. I was having so much fun blasting these fuckers on Twitter. I was just like, oh, yeah, I bet your 8 followers think this is really funny. Like, it was so funny. And, yeah, I was blocked. But it was my crowning achievement on Twitter.
I will tell you, if I had the fucking gumption to do it, there's a app for the VR called Melody VR, where bands set up 360-degree cameras. I find we talked about it once before.
Yeah.
And Kiss is one of the bands that has a concert that you can watch on there, as if you're like in the pit right in front of the stage.
Yeah, no thanks.
And no thanks.
Have you ever seen Gene Simmons up close? It's like when I went to another band, Motley Crue. They're back. Go fuck yourself.
I might be tempted to rip his wig off. Oh, was it Motley Crue that somebody posted the video of them doing a live show, and it was like,
well, Vince Neil is freaking horrible.
He was like a car wreck. He was like, he literally looked like your old beer belly drunk dad.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Totally. I don't know how they're gonna pull that shit off. I mean, I saw them back in the day.
Never seen them live.
Saw him live once, and I did get up close to see Mick Mars. You don't want to do that. I love the guys.
Never meet your idols.
It was pretty scary. But anyway, so yeah, that was a delicious tangent we went on. So
well, it all started with that fucking CSI and rebooting shows.
Yeah.
And I don't know that I can't right now think of a successful reboot of an old popular show. I get people will argue that, like you said, Full House with Fuller House, but I don't know that that's that successful because is everybody really talking about it?
But it also
especially after half the cast went to jail.
Yeah. Sometimes, like I said, do it short and sweet. Too late for the part. Don't stay too long. Like we're saying with the bands. Look, man, it's great, but it comes a point like you go see a band and you're just like, yeah, that one. They're still around. So yeah, those are a couple of ones you guys can check out or not check out or just goof on it. Besides Many Saints and Newark, I am up to date with I did see the finale of The Walking Dead. For the mid-season finale, whatever the fuck that is.
Was that the
episode 8?
Oh God, Daryl just when she gets on the radio.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, with the flaming arrows or whatever, the fireworks at the end. I don't know, but anyway.
Oh yes, because when he said get the whatever that thing's called, it'll come to me later. When we're again COVID brain. I was like, I know what that is. And Kat and I were watching. She's like, what is that? I was like, it's this big thing that's just loaded with arrows that it just launches all of them like bottle rockets all at once.
Yeah.
I was like, the Chinese invented it and used to use it in battle. And then there was one of them in the Mulan movies.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was in it. And hooray. Okay. I mean, go back to the Commonwealth. I want to see that. I did watch World Beyond, the other show. I'm on episode 2 of that.
Of the first season or the one that's on currently?
No, the second season is out.
I mean, not the first season, but the last season.
Yes.
Because it's only going 2 fucking seasons.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Do 2 seasons, be done, Yeah, people bag on Fear the Walking Dead and World Beyond. Like I said, I'm in the bag for that shit. So World Beyond's okay so far. It's pretty cool seeing the CRM and how it operates now. Like they're in the CRM.
Yes.
At least one of them is, and the other ones are on the outskirts. And Jadis is running around somewhere with that bad fucking Kraftwerk haircut, which we have not seen yet. But so far so good on that. So kind of bummed about The Walking Dead at this point. Like I'm done with this whole Reaper arc. Like let's get to the Commonwealth.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff is way more interesting. So World Beyond and that one. And before we get to music, which we talked about our sponsor today, what else did we watch? There was now everybody's talking about this Squid Game. I know that we both watched about what?
1.5 episodes?
Yeah. Now, listeners out there that listen to us, please tell us, does it get better? I hope it does.
Yeah.
It was a good concept. I liked it better when it was called Casino Battle Royale.
This is true.
But
which then became Hunger Games.
Yeah, very similar to that. Cool premise. People keep ranting and raving about it. I got through the first episode, which was cool. It was okay. Second episode, no spoilers, but I was just kind of like, all right, this is where they're going. And I only got about halfway before I had to sign off. But, yeah, people are talking about this Squid Game. I don't get it.
You know what I can't get past?
What's that?
I can't get past. I watched the dub version. Now, maybe Korean with subtitles might be better.
That's what we were talking about. Yeah, it might be better that way.
It's like, you said it. It's like fucking watching, the Saturday morning
Kung Fu theater.
Kung Fu theater.
Yeah.
Get over here. It's almost, and I thought about it afterwards, and I didn't say it when we were originally talking about it before we started this, but it almost feels like they're doing an over-exaggerated making fun of Korean people voice.
Yeah, and it's just way too animated for what they're doing. Like we talked about the ATM scene where he's trying to get money out of the card.
And he can't remember his mom's PIN number because she changed it.
Yeah.
And it was his birthday, and he's like, maybe it's your mom. His friend's like, you're going to get locked out.
Oh, no, watch out. Make sure you do it. It's like,
one more try, and you won't be getting in at all.
yeah, it's like really bad.
How do you not know your daughter's birthday?
I was like, I really hope they don't speak like this in real life, But, I'm willing to finish it because I'm a completist to kind of see how it goes. But, we'll post something on the Facebook page about Squid Game. And, our people that listen, let us know, like, what the deal is. Like, does it get better? Should we give it another chance? I'm willing
Should
to
we
do
watch it in the original Korean with subtitles and it would be better?
I think I'm going to do that. Like, I won't watch episode 1 again.
I'm not going to go back and rewatch.
No, but I think for episode 2, because I only got about like a quarter or halfway through it, I'm going to watch it with the Korean, with the subtitles.
Okay.
Because like I said, I love Korean horror. I haven't watched #Alive yet. But I want to see that along, and plus we talked about Train to Busan and stuff. That was
it's
subtitles.
funny that you talked about that week because then I don't know where it was, but 2 other things I was watching mentioned that movie, Train to Busan.
Oh, really?
I was like, wait.
Well, because they're doing an American version of it.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah, yeah. Because they're
that's
doing
like when what was that? Is it Old Boy?
Yeah.
Where he's in the box.
Yep.
Like the American remake of it was good, but it was nowhere near the original.
No. To this day,
that's an amazing
Josh
movie.
Brolin. My ex-wife can't watch him in any other movie because I made her watch Old Boy. She was like, "Why the fuck did you make me watch this movie?" I was like, "What? I've seen the original one. The original one's great. Like, and it's Spike Lee. All right, I'll check it out. It was good, but." Yeah, that whole twist ending of it, she was just like, I can't look at Josh Brolin ever again, or whatever his name is, the fucking Thanos was in that,
The anus?
Yeah.
Thanos.
Yeah, and of course Samuel L. Jackson has to be in every fucking movie.
Oh, of course. I was just looking for what's coming out to say what I want to watch. There's that Michael Keaton movie where it's like where he plays the doctor in the town in Pennsylvania overprescribing painkillers because the drug companies are selling it. No, they're way less addictive than anything else. Like I can't remember the name of the movie. I just got an invite to the screening of it in the city from Screen Actors Guild. But there's a movie that was out, and I don't know if it's out where it's out, but it's on Blu-ray called The Protege. And I just caught it because I'm like, oh, look, it's Michael Keaton. And
yeah.
It's Maggie Q, Michael Keaton, and Samuel Jackson. It's so funny you say, like, Sam Jackson's in everything.
And I love Sam Jackson. Like, don't get me wrong, but, like, holy shit, man. He can't be in everything, for God's sakes.
Yes, he can. Samuel Jackson is a national treasure. I will say, fucking, what's his name? The guy who plays Gollum.
Andy Serkis?
Andy Serkis, that man is a fucking national treasure.
Yeah.
I never never gave it much thought, but like he's fucking Gollum, he's fucking Snoke in Star Wars.
Yes.
He did the new Venom movie, that's him.
Yep.
He made it.
And he's Claw in Black Panther.
In Black Panther. And he's got something else coming soon that's like, what?
Well, he's a chameleon.
Very busy man. Very busy.
He's a chameleon. We treasured the circus. I'll go to that circus anytime.
Oh. I'll go twice. Exactly. That's a 3-ring circus.
So yeah, let us know definitely about Squid Game if it's something that everybody and their brothers talking about. Yeah.
Do you have music stuff? Because I got nothing music wise.
Music wise, we do have our sponsor that we talked about. That would be Red Letter Day. Check them out on the old Spotify. We'll post their information on our page. Yeah, I mean, I looked as far as like new releases go. There really wasn't anything that jumped out at me. I mean, we did talk about that band Station last episode. Their full length came out. Station, yeah. Their new full length came out. I got to give that a listen. Nothing really that jumped out at me. Like I said, I'm looking through the new releases right now.
Nope.
On my Discover, and it's just like.
Well,
the Beatles.
There's some new Coldplay.
Elton John. What's that?
There's some new Coldplay.
Okay. Moving on. it's like right now, I'm looking at it. It's like, okay, the Beatles, Elton John, Bruce Springsteen. I'm like, okay, these isn't new stuff, but Rolling Stones, Kiss, Neil Young. I'm like, okay. So nothing really that popped out at me. There is a band that I do like called The Record Company that just put out an album called Play Loud. Very similar to like the Blackberry Smokes and that type of old school kind of classic rock stuff. Right. I enjoy it. It's not something that I'm like head over heels with, but yeah, I mean, as far as like music goes, I think it was a pretty slow week for music.
I might have to give this new Coldplay a listen.
Why is that?
It's called My Universe, but it's Coldplay and BTS.
BTS?
You don't know BTS? Shut the fuck up.
Bachman Turner Squid?
Probably.
Bachman Turner Squid Game? I don't know.
Probably like the number one K-pop band in the world.
Okay, all right. You got me on the Korean horror, but I'm not gonna K-pop it. I'm sorry.
What?
I won't do it. Now, Why Don't We came out with a single. I know my kids love them.
Here you go. Is it gonna play? Oh, do I have to turn it up? Shit.
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of this.
Like trouble breaking into.
That's BTS. I guess they duet with Coldplay on the new thing.
Ew. Sure. Okay.
I mean, it's no Bill Shatner with fucking with Joe Jonas, but
yeah. Yeah, I mean, as far as like new releases go, I didn't really catch on to anything or anything I really discovered. Besides our sponsor and the other stuff that was out there. Station's new album is out, so go listen to that. The one thing I was excited about, if we want to talk about music, is the fact that we are going to see the Circle Jerks. And
talk about like when you pop open her bra and she's got an extra nipple.
Yeah. 7 seconds.
7 seconds.
Yeah. Well, first off, we got the Boston tickets, and then all of a sudden they put up New York dates. I'm like, why didn't we wait? But whatever. I'm fine. We're going to have a Boston party. Boston teabag party, we're going to call it. It's going to be a good time. Baby. And then, I was upset because the Adolescents were supposed to play with them, and we did not. It was only negative approach, right? So I'm like, okay. Now 7 Seconds is playing that show, and I've seen 7 Seconds live, and they fucking rule live.
I have never seen 7 Seconds live, which is a shock. You know what? I shouldn't say that because I may have seen them live back in the day and realize that I was like back in the early days when we were like, we had no business going to a punk show. We were like, what? When I was like, 14, 15. I think Shag put up the thing where they were used to do the punk shows at the Italian American Club, which is right down the road here.
Oh, yeah.
And like some big name punk bands like Gorilla Biscuits and shit played there. And it was what? And I remember going to those shows. I think we said it with my brother. Mm-hmm. I'm sure one of those like little known back room kind of fucking punk shows we went to. Yeah. 7 Seconds could have been playing there.
Yeah. Like I thought the same thing too. Like they might have been like, I used to get them confused with 76% Uncertain.
Yes.
Because it was like 7 Seconds, 70. Oh my God. But I did see them.
Makes me think of that girl. I want my records back, bitch.
Yeah.
She was wasn't she a huge 7 Seconds fan?
Was she? I don't remember. I knew she was big Echo and the Bunnymen.
Yes.
That's we talked about my my taste in women, the way they look. But 7
Definitely gotta
seconds. I do. But there was a what was I gonna say?
7 seconds.
7 seconds. I did see them open for the Bouncing Souls a while back. I gotta remember. It's got to be like 7-8 years ago at this point. Daryl and I went because I love the Bouncing Souls, and they came out. And fucking Kevin Seconds at the time was like my age, and he's freaking jumping around like an idiot. He was awesome.
Wow.
The whole band sounded amazing. I love this stuff. So I'm real excited to see them. Yeah, Adolescence I would like to see. But, you know, what are you going to do? Maybe they'll tour. I did look, and they did have an album that came out last year. Russian Spider Dump, I think it's called.
I'll take a spider dump right in your
But
mouth.
we'll definitely put on the, you know, I'll pick my...
I put that
some of my
BTS
favorite-
Butter song, and I, without even hearing it, I put the new Coldplay BTS on there. Just because we talked about it, I'm going to listen to it on the way home.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, Russian... I was listening to... because we were talking about the Adolescents, and I was like, oh, man, they're such a great band, and they, you know, they need more props. You know, because their first self-titled album that they put out in 1981 is one of my all-time favorites. They did put out an album last year called Russian Spider Dump. That's I listened to it this week, and I was like, damn, this is really good stuff.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like, you know, we'll pick a song off that, but and put that on there along with a 7 seconds one. I don't know what your favorite
First song on that album, Russian Spider Dump. Fuck you.
Yeah, let's put that one on there.
Is that a Bad Religion cover?
Yeah, that's never been done before. But yeah, I'll always give that band a listen because they're one of my childhood heroes, the Adolescents. And what else did I get back into that was old school? Angry Samoans. Do you remember Angry Samoans?
I do.
For the longest time, my brother and I are like huge Angry Samoans fans. They had that album Back from Samoa. That Foo Fighters actually did a cover of Gas Chamber off that album.
No.
Yeah, they're great. The quality of it is whatever, but that album is legendary. And I noticed that it recently just popped up on Spotify. So I was like, oh my God, that's awesome. So definitely check those guys out. So a little bit of the old, not so much of the new.
I don't think that, like you said there, I don't think there's much new. I think October's always been kind of slow.
Yeah.
They were ranting that the Venom movie had probably one of the only movie to have a bigger October opening than the Venom movie was the Joker movie.
Yeah, which was a fucking
and it's got
masterpiece.
the biggest pandemic opening because they're still wrapping it into the COVID time frame here.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how, you know, what movies are going to break that 100. I mean, they're talking No Time to Die, which I was never
But here's my
James
problem
Bond
with No
guy.
Time to Die. Same problem I have with Dune. They're already out over in Europe. So it's like a lot of people like myself who I'd go to the theater and watch it, but like with such a lag between when it's out over there and here, it almost becomes like I'll just watch the bootleg.
Yeah. I mean, some movies like we were talking about, there need to be seen on the big screen.
Yep.
Like Dune, I definitely want to see on the big screen. The new Matrix movie, but they're all out on HBO Max. And my slothy person that I am, I'll probably
You got a nice TV sitting here.
I do, but you know.
I got a projector at home. I can project it onto a giant fucking screen and watch it that way too.
Yeah, I mean, certain ones like when I did see Shang-Chi in the theater, that was amazing.
But again, as excited as I was, Shang-Chi wasn't one of those movies that like I went out the night before to the premiere and ordered my tickets ahead of time. I didn't do any of that.
Yeah, I don't really do that anymore unless it's like a Star Wars or even a super. To be honest, the Phase 4, I think we're in Marvel right now.
Yep.
You know, we're starting to hit the bargain basement. Kind of like, you know, I'm interested. I have no idea what the Eternals is going to be like. Shang-Chi, I had no idea, but that kind of surprised me.
You know what? Eternals might be one of those movies that I do break down and go to the early. You know, I don't think it's going to be a while before, for me, we're back to pre-COVID where it's like you're packing into a theater shoulder to shoulder with people, and like that's why I like that theater up by Manal's house, where in
Yeah.
Middletown, with the fucking recliners and
Yeah,
enough
I'll do
room
that.
to-
Like, I'll pay the extra shekels just to sit in a nice reclining
Extra
seat.
shekels. I think that fucking place is cheaper than the Regal Cinemas at my mall.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, I'm down. I love seeing movies in the theater. But you know, also at the same time, if you're going to give me that option of like, well, you could see it at home or go to the theater. I got, you got to pick your battles, kids.
Yep.
You got to pick your battles and decide, with money, because it's not cheap anymore. Like, what are you going to spend your money on? I'm a big fan too of, with these streaming things. I think moving forward, because this is what's been happening with music for the longest time, right? Why buy the physical copy of it when you can get it streaming right away on Spotify, right? Yep. Now, what Spotify pays is criminal. But I think they should do like a lot of these movies should just do a 30-day window. Same with albums. There's a band, I think we talked about it one time, Clutch. They put out an album, Psychic Warfare, one of my favorite records by them. They didn't put it on Spotify right away. Put it out and it came out, but you had to buy if you were a really hardcore fan, you wanted to listen to it right away. You buy the physical copy of it. Maybe the movie comes out like Disney's starting to do it now with even Shang-Chi and even Black Widow, where they you could pay $30 to see it that day, or wait 2 months, it'll be out. Give people a 30-day window, and then put it out there. Give the artists and the theaters and stuff a chance to make their money. Because we all talk about the big evil corporate empire. At the same time, dude, like these. You're not going to see these big budget movies if we don't go see them.
Nope.
So, I don't know, man. I think at this point, we got it. What are we at?
We got like an hour and 12 minutes.
Nice. That's good.
Time flies when you're drinking cum. I mean, having fun.
But anyway, yeah. So, it's been a good. It's good to be back at the mics. We're gonna. I would have a drink, but I don't have anything in front of me. So excited to get back on the mic with my bestie, and we'll start putting out these regs on soon. Gig season for me is over.
I'm still waiting for someone to give us a suggestion for like a rundown show, like best of, favorite this, favorite that, ranking.
Yeah, you people,
the fans let me down.
Yeah, you guys, as far as like the reviews on Apple, we're gonna bitch about it again before we hang up. But we have to do. Please go on the Apple Podcast and rate our. If I forget what we're up to now as far as Facebook friends or likes or whatever.
Yeah.
It's been growing, which we're super appreciative of. And we'll be getting some great feedback on the podcast. Do us a favor. Go on Apple Podcasts. Give us a rating. We also put out there, we're going to give you free merch if you give us the best rating, and I haven't seen one yet. And also the Spotify playlist. Check that out. Check out the bands that are on there. We want to give a big up to our sponsor for this particular one. Why do I keep forgetting to mention Red Letter Day? Thank you to Red Letter Day for sponsoring this episode of the podcast. Check that stuff out. Like us on Facebook. Buy our merch. This apartment is empty. I need to put some decor in here. So come on. You filthy animals. That's what I keep seeing on your laptop, filthy animals.
That's the running team I run with.
Nice.
My team is the Dirty Running Scoundrels, but then there's another one called the Hopsecutioners, which their thing is a rabbit. And then Runs on Carbs is another group, but they're all like animal themed, and when we all get together, like I did this past weekend for running a 28 miles in the woods.
Nice.
And seeing bears. There's nothing like you're running and you're like,
big black bears or grizzly bears?
And you look off the side. It's like, oh, look, 10 feet over there. There's a black bear just kind of chilling out, running, like walking through the woods.
It'd be great if he chased you.
It would. Some of the people were freaking out. They're like, bears. I was like, dude, it's a fucking black bear. You come near a black bear, unless it's got a cub around, it's like, no, and it runs away.
Yeah.
They want nothing to do with you.
Nah. They're cute too. And they eat garbage.
But yeah, when we all get together, it's the dirty running, the filthy animals.
Nice.
Because it's trails and you get muddy and it's like,
yeah, why not?
You fall down, you hurt yourself.
It's good stuff.
That's the scab on my elbow.
Ah,
Like I'm
right.
out there on running the 8-mile loop that I was doing, and I was just like, well, 7-mile loop. I mean that I'm doing, and I'm like, oh, Mila had a game today. Let me call home and ask Kate how she did. So I'm running, and like I go, Kate's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, nothing. She's like, are you running right now? I was like, yeah. And she's like, and you're calling me? I was like, yeah. I was kind of like zoning out while running, so I figured like talking to you would help wake me up and everything like that, get me like mentally back into. And she's like, oh. Dude, I fucking hung. When we finished talking, I probably ran a mile while talking to her, but then I hang up, and she actually hung up, and I'm like, boom, and I just fucking went down. I was like, I don't even know what the hell I fell on.
You were on
and I just went down,
autopilot.
and then I rolled, and I'm like laying on my back. I'm like, holy fucking shit! And I'm like all covered in dirt and everything. This guy comes running by, just goes right by me. He's like, hey, and he keeps running. I was like, no, I'm good, dude. Don't fucking worry about it. And he goes up over the top of the hill and then goes by. I'm like, he's gone. I was like, what a fucking piece of shit. So I start running again. I get to the top of that ridge. Fucking there he is on the ground. I was like, yeah, dick.
Yeah, and it was at that point where the black bear
ate
fucked you
him
in the ass.
Pull a little bit of the Departed. What was that movie with?
The Revenant?
The Revenant. A little Revenant got me down on the ground. Just started fucking the shit out of me.
Yeah, that's
That
exactly.
bear wasn't killing him. The bear was raping him.
Was he?
I don't know.
There was definitely about 15 minutes of him getting tossed around, which, hey, who doesn't like a Leonardo Italian Ice?
That's right. A Leonardisicle?
Oh, God. Anyway, on that note, it's I'm Greg, and you're John over
And
there.
I'm John.
And listen, give us a like or a follow or a subscribe, and tell your friends. Because
Come on, somebody's got to be the fourth podcast reviewer on fucking iTunes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got 3 reviews.
Do we have 3 reviews?
3.
Any
I think it's me, you, and
I didn't do one. I could not do it to myself.
I can't figure out how to get to seeing who it is.
Yeah, I looked on it. It was like 4 reviews, and hey, thank you to everybody who reviewed us.
I mean, granted, we're 5 out of 5 stars.
The
only review I'm seeing right now is mine. I think you know what it is. I think the other ones are people who just went, 5 stars.
Yeah. So
Write something, bitches.
Yeah, give us a good one. Like you said, the most creative and funny one that you're gonna put on there, we'll give you a prize back. We'll give you some free merch. But yeah, check out everything on there. We appreciate it. We'll get back to the regs. Each week. But yeah, like I said, gig season is over. That's a long story. I'm not.
It's
gonna
like
get
a
into.
hang with a bunch of pals who share and pass. Oh, see, and it fucking typoed it. I typed water wing, and it auto-corrected it to watering. So sit down, wipe it off, and give it a try.
See, that's why you're not allowed to bring and put your own ones up there. Maybe I'll put one on there. We'll figure it out. But anyway, thanks again, guys. We'll see you next week. Appreciate it.